Graduates and honored guests, it's a pleasure to have you at Colorado State University for the spring commencement. I would now ask that you rise for the posting of the colors by the Colorado State University Wing Walker Honor Guard. Michaela Fitzpatrick, accompanied by the Colorado State Brass Quintet, will lead us in singing God Bless America and our national anthem.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets wriggling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Isn't it great to be at Colorado State University today for commencement? What a wonderful chance for us to be able to celebrate together. Graduates, this is your day. This is your moment in time. You've done all this work, made all this investments, and now you get to reap the benefits of that and commence on what will be the future pathway that you have. My name's James Pritchett. I'm the Dean of the College of Agricultural Sciences, proud to serve you in this role. And I think these kinds of events they're important for us, important for our culture, important for our community, because it's a matter of us convening together. And we convene together from time to take a moment in time just so that we have the chance to affirm what's important to us. Affirm our values like respect and inclusion and excellence and stewardship. And so it's important for us to have a ceremony that allows us to affirm different parts of who we are and what we're about. And so in this moment, what I'd like to do is to affirm to you our land-grant mission and our commitment to access and education, and that this did come at our founding, at a cost to others. So with that in mind, I'd like to share with you the Colorado State University Land Acknowledgement. Colorado State University acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homeland of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples. This was also a site of trade, gathering, and healing for numerous other Native tribes. We recognize the indigenous peoples as original stewards of the land and all the relatives within it. As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed. CSU is founded as a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion. And significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land this university is built upon. This acknowledgement is the education and the inclusion that we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and our commitment. It's my pleasure to introduce to you the members of the Platform Party who are with us today. Each person and the units that they represent are vital parts of our university. I ask that, as I call each person's name, they rise and they remain standing. And audience, if you could help me, when I announce their name, if you could just give us one clap when they come up. One clap together. Let's practice that right now. Clap on three. 1, 2, 3. All right. We could do a little better, I think. Let's see how we do. It's a privilege for the College of Agricultural Sciences to have with us this evening Yalin Chin, Professor in College Marshall, Horticulture and Landscape Architecture. Dr. Jan Leach, Associate Dean for Research, University Distinguished Professor. Dr. Gene Kelly, Deputy Director of the Agricultural Experiment Station. Now we're getting it. Dr. Mung Mung Gu, Department Head, Horticulture and Landscape Architecture. Dr. Keith Belk, Department Head of Animal Sciences. Dr. Haley Chenard, Department Head, Agricultural and Resource Economics. Dr. Chris Piers, Department Head, Soil and Crop Sciences. Dr. Amy Charkowski, Department Head, Agricultural Biology. Dr. Sue Ellen Melzer, Professor, Soil and Crop Sciences, and tonight's announcer. Addie Elliott, Assistant Dean of Advising and Student Success. Major Ryan Raleigh, Associate Professor of Military Sciences. Armando Valdez, Chair, Colorado State University Board of Governors. Amy Parsons, President of Colorado State University. Mary Kraft, Commencement Speaker and CFO, Badger Creek Farm and Quail Ridge Dairies. Well done. Kyle Henley, Vice President of Marketing and Communications. And Matt Camper, Assistant Dean of Teaching Practice and Academic Programs. I also want to introduce our sign language interpreters, Kenna Bridges and Kylie Mozo. Please join me in welcoming our Platform Party. Well, I'm looking in the wings right now around Moby Gymnasium, and I'm looking at the family and the guests and the friends of all our graduates. Just like you, we're very, very proud of what your graduates have done today. And now I'm going to look down at the floor of Moby Gymnasium and see the graduates that are right in front of me right now. And I want to say to you that I see on your faces what this moment means for you, this moment of being, right? You've got that sense of pride and accomplishment. And you've got that, maybe that sense, too, of anticipation for what the next step is going to be like. And maybe there's a little bit of nervous anticipation, too, about what the next step is going to be like. But you've done very, very well to get here. And I know the feeling that you're feeling right now is one of gratitude as well, right? This is a moment of gratitude when you think about all the folks that inspired you, that helped you, that counseled you, and got you to the point that you are today. Let's take just a moment for a moment of gratitude to share our thanks with a couple of groups of folks. Could I please have the faculty of the College of Agricultural Sciences and the staff of the College of Agricultural Sciences please rise? Our decorated faculty provide the intellectual leadership for the college, and they equip students with the knowledge and skills that they need to be successful in what lies ahead. Our dedicated staff, when you think about your ASCs and the staff members who worked with you, graduates, you remember how they helped you evolve and build a path for yourself, not just about the academic life you had, but all those things that were intermixed with it, the things that prepared you to get to where you are today and for the future that you'll have. Our college is highly respected among the global universities, and our student placement is as high as it is because of our faculty and our staff. So thank you, faculty and staff. You know, I love great communicators in agriculture and for agriculture, which is why I'm so pleased to introduce you to our commencement speaker, Mary Kraft. Mary's the Chief Financial Officer of Badger Creek Farm and Quail Ridge Dairies in Fort Morgan, Colorado, not too far from here. And that dairy markets 5 to 7 semi-truckloads of milk every day. Mary's family has been farming in Colorado since 1906, and she has dedicated her career to advocating for agriculture. She does that today. A CSU alumna, she's written for leading dairy magazines, spoken extensively to dairy groups across the country, testified before the legislature on animal husbandry and immigration. She also completed an MBA from New York Institute of Technology while managing the dairy operations. Mary, I understand you didn't get to walk in that graduation. I'm really glad you got your cap and gown right now with us today. Mary and her husband, Chris, who's here today, actively recruit legislators to tour their dairies and learn firsthand about issues in agriculture. She's a current board director of the Dairy Checkoff Association, Western Dairy Association, and a fellow of the Colorado Agricultural Leadership Program. An accomplished horsewoman, sculptor, and painter, Mary has also served on various boards, including the Morgan County Economic Development Corporation Board and the Adult Basic Literacy Education Board. Folks, she doesn't have to worry about what to do with her spare time at all. So without further ado, it's my pleasure to join me in welcoming Mary Kraft for her remarks.
I own and operate a highly successful farming operation in Fort Morgan, Colorado. And I can tell you it's the last bastion of hell that I wanted to be on. I'm going to have to set this guy to the side. He's not going to work for me. I started feeding calves when I was 7 years old for 25 cents a night. I got my own milking shift, so me and another woman milking cows from the age 11. My shift started at 1 in the morning and finished at 6 in the morning, and then I went to school. I kept straight A's, and I loved horses, and so I rode them every night, and I was sleep deprived through the entire school experience. The last place I wanted to end up back on was a dairy farm. So I went to CSU, because that was my way out, and I decided that that would be what I needed to do in order to get myself to a new place. I also realized in my family that I was not going to inherit anything. As a fourth-generation dairy farmer, there were boys who were ahead of me, and they would inherit everything. So if I wanted to be something other than a milkmaid for the rest of my life, working for my brother, I was going to have to do something on my own. Colorado State University was that opportunity. I decided that CSU would be the place to go, and I joined the polo team because I liked horses. And I knew that if you were going fishing for a husband, you should fish in the pond that has the kind of fish you want to catch. Well, I caught one. He liked horses a lot, but he didn't have any money. I thought in the polo club there would be gobs of cash, right? And there's none. So that didn't work out quite how it was. But he liked cows. I liked him. I still like him. And I was very happy to get into the dairy business with him. And with him, I've had 2 great children, and we've grown our dairy from 125 cows when we first started up to 6,000 dairy cows that we milk today. We did that through organic growth. But I wanted to really share with you the story of how we got there. And it comes with 3 caveats, and I hope these are things that help you as you go through life, because they were things that really struck me that made a difference in how I managed to get where I am. The first one is bad isn't necessarily bad. I fell out of a hammock and I broke my leg in 3 places, which meant that I was flat on my back and I couldn't train horses anymore. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. Bad isn't necessarily bad. It's just different than what you thought it was going to be. What it did was give me an opportunity to spend a lot of time working on other things that I hadn't really thought about, like communications with my spouse. We worked a lot on spreadsheets, and we started looking at our little 125 cow dairy and going, is there something more we can do here? Can we get some economies of scale? Can we figure out some efficiencies? Can we make it a better workplace? And with that time spent flat on my back, we had a lot of opportunity to sort of work through how did we grow. So we started on that activity. We grew from our dairy barn being, I don't know how many of you know what's in a dairy barn, but generally we have 2 rows of cows. So there would be a certain number on this side and a certain number on that side. So you go from back and forth to get them all milked. We milk 3 times a day, every single day, no matter whether it's a holiday, a blizzard, or anything else. But our dairy barn, when we first got started, was a double 3. That meant 3 cows on this side, 3 cows on this side. And we decided we needed a little more economy of scale, so we remodeled to a double 4, then a double 5, then a double 6, then a double 7, then a double 12, and finally in 2005 we built a double 22. By that time we were milking 1,300 cows, all organically grown. So this was all growth that happened from within us. And we spent that time figuring out how we could do a better job of doing animal husbandry and teaching people how to be good stewards of what was in front of them, but making the same decisions I would make if only I could be in all of those places. And that's where my degree from CSU came in, because I didn't come here and study animal sciences. I studied technical journalism. So I was really good at protocols and figuring out how to communicate with people and help them with word pictures. All of those things became intrinsic to our growth. Then we had 2009. 2009 for me was one of the biggest growth experiences a person could ever have. A horrible time in anybody's life when all of the things that you have worked so hard are threatened. The whole of the economy crashed in 2009. Certainly the ag economy crashed in 2009. Our bank crashed in 2009. We had a tornado that took out 5 sprinklers and destroyed the housing for 700 baby calves. And our daughter was diagnosed with cancer. All of those things together are too much. The way that you survive things that happen like that is that you have a lot of those things that happen all at the same time. By being able to change the channel, as each of those things became too anxious, too stressful, too fearful, you were able to maybe change over to something that was a little less on fire at the moment until that became overwhelming and you changed the channel again. All of those activities helped me grow in understanding how to deal with people. Specifically, when our daughter was dealing with cancer and was having her treatments, this is when our bank crashed and burned. And of course, all of the financial people are calling you, wondering what your state of mind is, wondering what your financial position is, wondering how you're going to meet the bills that you have to pay. It was a valid concern. And I answered every single one of those phone calls when they called, but I told everyone when I stepped out of my daughter's chemo treatments that that's exactly what I was doing, because I felt they were so important to my life, to our survival, to their business, that I should answer that phone. I was impressed with their humanity. I was impressed with their sympathy. And through that, we made a lot of strategic alliances. As we built our dairy, we had a number of people who came to our strategic alliance family. These are farmers that didn't have to sell me feed when we didn't have a bank, and yet they did. You should never, ever discount the value of strategic alliances. We got operating money when we had no bank because of the things that we had done with community contributions. We had coached soccer. We were 4-H leaders. We participated in economic development. We were on all different hospital boards and community-minded boards. And those things made a big difference in whether people believed in us and whether people were willing to come to our rescue when the worst happened. And when the worst happened and we had a tornado that tore through our place, it was a blessing in a really strange way. It destroyed all of our sprinklers, 5 of them, $500,000 worth of sprinklers. They all got put up. We finished the growing season. This was on the 4th of July, right? There's no other time to replant. I can't possibly make enough feed for my cows. On the 4th of July, everyone showed up after this tornado to help us reposition all of our babies. We had 700 babies, and all of their houses had blown away. People came and helped us through all of that. This strategic alliance that we had, because we had participated in our community, made all the difference in the world to whether the banker would finance us and whether we could move forward. In the case of the sprinklers, they didn't want their money until January. Bad isn't necessarily bad. It's just a matter of the thought process that you have. Because our bank was in limbo and held by the government, and we had no opportunities in sight to get that bank to the new place, we had to continue making our payments. That community involvement got our local banker interested in getting us the operating lines that we needed. The string of calamities was a testing ground for internal fortitude, for measuring our depth of commitment, for recognizing true gifts, grace, and courage. Without the crucible, and we will all have crucibles, you don't become the person you were meant to become. When you came to CSU, you came for a certain degree and to learn a certain group of things. What I hope you walked away with was the ability to recognize your ability to manage the situations as they come along. Our son Stratton watched a movie called The Guardian with Kevin Costner. I encourage you to watch it. This has become our family mantra. It's about a swimmer who was in the North Sea, and when things got a little crazy, he got himself into trouble. And Kevin Costner had to come in and say, you know, when you have to go back in the water. And the water is going to be really scary, but it's about the attitude in which you enter the water. And I believe that attitude that we entered the water made all the difference in whether people continued to do business with us, whether we continued our family, whether our employees believed in us, whether we did our animal husbandry the way we should. All of those things were intrinsic to our survival and to the forward progress of where we've ended up. That crucible you will experience, it's a crucible I experienced. I believe it's one of the reasons I was named the first woman to lead the Colorado Livestock Association in a huge line of male population that have taken really strong pride in being the leader in the ag industry. I am now the chairman of the board for Dairy Max, which markets milk everywhere from Canada to Mexico through the central part of the United States. I believe the crucibles that I felt, having been in the dairy industry, made such a big difference. So what I hope you take away from me is bad isn't necessarily bad. Breaking my leg was the best thing that could have possibly happened. I hope that that's the way you enter the water when that happens to you. You have proven that you are willing to ride the wild horse, to be all the way through your graduation ceremony today. You have so much in front of you, so many opportunities to go forward and to learn and to grow. I hope you take from CSU that learning about growing and being the person that you are with continual lifelong learning. You take it forward into your whole world and build beautiful relationships. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much, Mary, for sharing your story and your wisdom. We sincerely appreciate you joining us today. Good evening, graduates and guests. I am Addie Elliott, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Assistant Dean for academic advising and student success in the College of Agricultural Sciences. And tonight I offer you my warmest wishes for all of the graduates in the College of Agricultural Sciences Spring 2023 commencement. Woohoo, you did it, you're here. Undergrads, I met many of you 4 years ago, or maybe a little longer, at summer RAM orientation or RAM welcome. And wow, how you've grown and changed, and it's been wonderful to be part of it. You've changed so much since your first year. Your curiosity, your passion, and creativity and inspiration have certainly left their mark on this college and many of the folks in it. It's my pleasure to now recognize several undergraduate groups for special academic achievements. To become a University Honors Scholar, a student completes an integrated program of study which includes 7 honors seminars and honors courses within the major. In addition to the senior honors thesis, while achieving at least a 3.5 cumulative GPA. These students collectively may be recognized by their green gowns. This semester we have 9 graduates from the University Honors Program. And students, will you please stand when your name is called? We will hold our applause until all of the names have been called. From the Department of Ag Resource Economics, Ashley Armstrong, Mia Morones, and Mali Tipton. Okay. From the Department of Animal Sciences, Lauren Hess, Henley Holland, Dixie Posey, Madeline Pringle, and Kira Sayre. We're just going to keep clapping and keep them all standing. And from the Department of Horticulture and Landscape Architecture, Corey Simpson. Please join me in one more round of applause for our University Honors Scholars. Thank you. You may be seated. Colorado State University recognizes outstanding scholarship by granting the baccalaureate degree cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude to those students in each college who have achieved high academic excellence in their undergraduate programs. These students collectively may be recognized by their gold gowns or green robes with gold cords. A minimum GPA must be maintained during their program of study, and the College of Agricultural Sciences requirements are as follows. Summa cum laude goes to graduates maintaining a cumulative 4.0 grade point average, magna cum laude to graduates maintaining a cumulative 3.919 GPA, and cum laude to graduates who maintain a 3.787 cumulative GPA. Will our graduates eligible for graduation with this distinction please rise at this time to be recognized? And audience, please join me in congratulating this group of students. Congratulations, you may be seated. CSU was founded more than 150 years ago as part of the land grant system to provide a high-quality education for all. The the undergraduates in this room represent some of the most talented and committed people in the state, country, and around the globe. One special group we want to recognize is our first-generation students. To be amongst the first in your family to obtain a college degree is an achievement unto itself. And now you are seeing the culmination of your hard work and your sacrifices as you graduate. If you wish, I invite all first-generation students, as well as any first-generation faculty and staff here this evening, to stand and be recognized as we applaud your success. Congratulations. Well done. You may be seated. I now have the pleasure of inviting Major Ryan Rowley, Assistant Professor of Military Sciences, to the podium.
Well, good evening, and thank you for the invite to be here with you tonight. Again, I'm Major Ryan Rowley. I have the pleasure of working in the ROTC department here at Colorado State University. And right now, I would just like to take a moment to recognize two of our newest commissioned officers in the armed forces. Earlier today, these two individuals received their commission as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. So when I call your name, would you please stand and help me recognize you? First up will be Connor O'Prey. And then Madeline Pringle. So I'll just take a moment here to brag on these two here just for a moment. So Connor here, he earned his Bachelor's of Science in Animal Sciences, and in the fall, he is an aviation officer. So he's going to be traveling down to Fort Rucker, Alabama to start Army flight training. And Maddie, she also earned a Bachelor's of Science in Animal Sciences, and then in the fall, she's going to be attending the University of Minnesota's veterinary school in the fall. So again, can I just please get a round of applause for these two great newest officers? Super cool. And then right now, I would just like to recognize any active current service members, veterans, as well as our student veterans. If you would please just stand for a moment while we recognize you. You got it. This is a patriotic crowd. I'm digging it. I like it. So on behalf of the members of the Colorado State University community, we would just like to again thank you for your service to our community, our state, and then our country. Now, if you will please join me in welcoming Colorado State University President Amy Parsons to the platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Major Rowley. Well, hello, Rams. Good evening, graduates. Welcome. Welcome to all of your friends and family. What a momentous occasion that brings us all together here tonight. So congratulations, members of the 2023 graduating class of Colorado State University's College of Agricultural Sciences. You've had quite a journey to arrive here. It takes a tremendous amount of hard work, creativity, and determination to earn this degree. Adding a pandemic to your experience and all of the uncertainties only increase that challenge. You've completed the rigorous coursework required by your degree path, and you've earned this day with years of applied effort. You belong here today. I recognize that effort, and I'm so proud of you. Your loved ones, your professors, and all the staff here at CSU admire and respect your accomplishments, large and small, that brought you to this ceremony today. Years ago, I sat exactly where you are today, graduating from Colorado State University right here in Moby Arena. And while my graduation day was joyous and filled with excitement and some relief, I only grew to really appreciate my time at CSU and the people here and what I accomplished years after my graduation day, and I suspect that the same will be true for you. As you go forth to meet new challenges, excel and to grow, build and create, and blossom into the very best versions of yourselves, you'll realize how much of your strength and ingenuity and skill was built during your time here at CSU. You have the foundation now to create a purposeful, happy, and impactful life that only you can imagine, And I hope that you do so with even just a little bit of the grace and the courage that we heard from our keynote speaker tonight that was so inspiring to me. You'll bring your skills forward as you find new, sustainable ways to meet global challenges, and you'll use your education to make the next generation of advances in food safety, security, wellness, and prosperity. And along the way, I know that you will nurture others, and I hope that you will also nurture yourselves. You'll travel a path of continued growth, personal and professional, and I have no doubt that you will thrive. CSU will always be an important part of your story, and CSU is better today because all of you were here. So tomorrow, like me, you will all wake up as CSU alums, and you'll be able to walk around and say, yeah, I graduated from CSU, I'm a CSU alum, and you'll be part of a worldwide family of CSU alumni committed to each other, to building each other's dreams, and investing in the next generation of Rams. I'm excited to cross your paths as CSU alumni out there in the world. But today is for celebrations, so celebrate we will. Congratulations again, class of 2023. We applaud you. Go Rams. Now comes the official part. This is the exciting part. I'm going to invite Board of Governors Chair Armando Valdez to join me at the podium. Mr. Valdez, I present to you the candidates from the College of Agricultural Sciences for baccalaureate degree. These candidates and their fellows in absentia have fulfilled the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Science at Colorado State University. Would all the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please rise?
Thank you, President Parsons. How about these CSU Rams? I'm honored by the invitation this evening by Dean Pritchett and President Parsons to be here to celebrate with you this evening. This is an exciting day for CSU. It's an exciting day for your parents, your family, your friends, your neighbors, but most of all, it's a very exciting day for each of you. And on behalf of the Colorado State University System Board of Governors, I want to wish you a wonderful and tremendous congratulations. And personally, I want to thank you for the honorable work that you will be doing in our society. I'm a farmer and a rancher from southern Colorado in the San Luis Valley, so all the innovation, knowledge, expertise that you take forward make a tremendous impact to our society, to agriculture, and to our rural communities. Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of the Colorado State University System, I hereby confer upon each of you the Bachelor of Science degree, together with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Let us recognize the achievements of this astounding group of students. Congratulations to the spring class of 2023. Go forth and celebrate. And as Dean Pritchett indicated, this is truly a commencement because it is the beginning. It's your initiation going forth to represent all those talents and gifts, skills, knowledge that you have. I would like now invite Addie Elliott back to the podium to start the diploma distribution, and we can get in closer to make it very official.
That's right.
Thank you.
Okay, the part you've been waiting for. We will now award diplomas to each of you in our graduating class. You may be seated, and I'll share with you what's coming next. Graduates, families, and friends, commencement ceremonies are honored and distinguished occasions, as well as a time for big celebration. Please feel free to express your pride and happiness as your candidate receives their degree. The department marshals will lead the graduates to the stage, and our newest graduates will be introduced by our announcer, Dr. Sue Ellen Melzer. Department heads will present the diplomas, and students will be congratulated by Dean Pritchett and President Parsons. Department faculty and staff will congratulate students as they proceed off the stage, and students will have a professional photo taken before returning to their seat. A listing of graduates for the folks here to celebrate with us may be found in your digital commencement platform. Department marshals, please begin leading your graduates to the front of the stage to receive their diplomas. And I invite Dr. Keith Belk, Dean Pritchett, and President Parsons to come forward to congratulate our graduates.
And now for the graduates from the Department of Animal Sciences. Haley P. Matilton, Bachelor of Science, Animal Sciences, summa cum laude. Juan Margarito Aragon, Animal Sciences, magna cum laude. Sydney Harumi Kaukuka, Animal Science, cum laude. Ella Grace Legg, Equine Science, magna cum laude. Nicolette Marie Leston, Animal Science, magna cum laude. Isabella Marie D'Antoni, Animal Science, cum laude. Rudy Alexander Gaylord Benigno, Animal Science, summa cum laude. Lauren Nicole Blandon, Equine Science, magna cum laude. Amelia Young, Animal Science, cum laude. Maya N. Swenson, Animal Science, cum laude. Crystalline Elise Benson, Animal Science, cum laude. Dixie Lynn Posey, Animal Science. Kira Chrisman Sayer, Animal Science, honors. Ashley Nicole Armstrong, Agricultural Business and Equine Science, cum laude. Madeline Pringle, Animal Science, cum laude. Henley Holland, Equine Science, cum laude. Caroline Beeson, Equine Science and Animal Science. Natalie Grace, Equine Science. Olivia Faye Ohm, Equine Science. Quentin Lewis Marbello, Animal Science. Cindy Muco, Animal Science. Olivia Grace Bellick, Animal Science. Jonathan Joseph Rollins, Animal Science. Mia Mary Carroll, Animal Science. Olivia Carino Brancato Buentello, Animal Science. Marie Serumdame Garcia, Animal Science. Jade Lorraine Glasser, Animal Science. Haley Joanne Leatherwood, Animal Science. Marika Emma Van Gent, Animal Science. Bella Silvera, Animal Science and Business Administration. Cassandra Patrick, Animal Science. Caitlin Bodemeyer, Animal Science. Kayla Cassidy Wensman, Animal Science. Isabella Giner, Animal Science. Sydney Alvarez, Animal Science. Claire Peterson, Animal Science. Elizabeth Easterling, Animal Science. Hannah Anderson, Equine Science. Samantha Elizabeth Moore, Equine Science. Nicole Chelsea Barnes, Equine Science. Natalie Raylan Unger, Equine Science. Ashley Nicole Maxey, Equine Science. Alexandra Zarina Warfield, Equine Science. Catherine M. Scott, Animal Science. Madeline Bayless, Equine Science. Mary Margaret Kessler, Animal Science. Elizabeth Nicole Adams, Animal Science. Rachel Winter Risley, Animal Science. Maria Victoria Barrios, Animal Science. Gracie Leah Daniel, Animal Science. Kaylee Joy Parrish, Animal Science. Mariana Guadalupe Acosta, Animal Science. Cal O'Reilly, Animal Science. Frances Marie Martin, Animal Science. Catherine Elizabeth Barber, Equine Science. Kaylee Noel Quaid, Equine Science. Sure. Chasel Yamilet Valdivieso Perez, Animal Science. Maya LaRoche, Equine Science. Kyla Marie Waldron, Equine Science. Leah Grace Wilms, Equine Science. Grace Wilbur, Animal Science. Kate Caulfield, Animal Science. Connor John O'Prey, Animal Science. Jordan D. Fern, Animal Science. Anna McCoy Lassiter, Equine Science, Business Administration. Chloe Leanne Bowling, Equine Science. Cheyenne R. Badger, Equine Science, minor in Business. Cortland Oren Smith, Animal Science. Matthew Forrest Kempers, Animal Science. Hannah Page Spencer, Animal Science and Equine Science. Samantha Marie Smith, Animal Science. Lauren Megan Frink, Animal Science. Julia Claire Cox, Animal Science. Malia Nicole Barlow, Equine Science. Alexis Renee Allen, Equine Science. Elizabeth Rose McLeod, Equine Science. Maddie Ann White, Equine Science. Chloe Enciano, Equine Science. Anna Faye Hastings, Equine Science. Jurivian Moore, Equine Science. Ruth Grace Schieffer, Agricultural Business, Farm and Ranch Management. Jasmine Adele Godinez, Equine Science. Caitlin Wise, Equine Science. Manuel Ledesma, Animal Science. Kelly Allison Kempf, Animal Science. Annika Karadad Schneider, Equine Science, minor in Chemistry and minor in Innovation and Entrepreneurship. Victoria Clark, Equine Science. Michaela Kanani Riordan, Animal Science. Christine Grace Swanson, Animal Science, minor Agricultural Business. Emily Ambler, Equine Science. Thena Heising, Equine Science. Christina Welch, Equine Science, minor in Business. Shauna Gail Lameth, Equine Science, minor in Agricultural Business. Danica Shea Beaumont, Equine Science. Alicia Lynn Sennett, Equine Science. Lori Gray, Equine Science. Ava Grace Free, Equine Science. Bailey May Gallagher, Equine Science. Aliana Danielle Couples, Equine Science. Cameron Gail Brown, Equine Science. Nikki Jean Lines, Equine Science. McKenna Marie Hopkins, Equine Science. Allison Elizabeth Arnold, Equine Science. Isabella Christina Taylor, Equine Science. Claire Sharp, Equine Science. Mac Meyer, Animal Science. Emily Irene Rye, Equine Science, minor in Business Administration, Certificate of Entrepreneurship. Isabella Sophia Graff, Equine Science. Hannah Lee Cole, Animal Science. Ansley Elizabeth Davis, Animal Science. Mackenzie Mason, Animal Science. Elizabeth Bauer, Animal Science. Sophia Leland, Animal Science. Charlene Catherine Hoffman, Animal Science. Paige Marie Lowry, Animal Science. Shania Ballard, Animal Science. Madeline Steinagel Taylor, Animal Science. Mackenzie Shea Roberts, Animal Science. Sarah Faith Kelsey, Animal Science.
These two, this one I did by mistake.
Leonardo Torres Carrillo, Animal Science. Dylan Standiford, Animal Science. And now for graduates from the Department of Agricultural Biology. Would Department Head Amy Tarkowski please come forward? Leah Marie McGill, Agricultural Biology. Victor Antonio Mora, Agricultural Biology, Plant Pathology. Youngsen Hu, Agricultural Biology. Max Schmidt-Bauer, Agricultural Biology, Plant Pathology. Now for graduates from the Department of Agricultural and Resource Economics. Would Department Head Haley Chirnard please come forward? Brandon Thomas Dodd, Agricultural Business, cum laude. Riley Traverse, Agricultural Business, cum laude. Brooklyn and Millie Moore, Agricultural Education, Agricultural Literacy, cum laude. Emma Rose Hackett, Soil and Crop Sciences, Agricultural Business, cum laude. Hannah Margaret D. King, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics, cum laude. William Eager, Natural Resource Management, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics, Global Environmental Sustainability, cum laude. Joshua William Virene, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics, cum laude. Mia Morones, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Mally Tipton, Ag Ed, and Animal Sciences. Garrett Trent Fong, and Agricultural Education Teacher Development. Jo Elizabeth Smedby, Equine Science and Agricultural Education. Molly May Heckendorf, Agricultural Education Teacher Development. Sarah Dean Habe, Agricultural Business. Samantha Hope Hammond, Agricultural Education, Agricultural Literacy. Maria Isabel Drobny, Agricultural Business, minor in Spanish. Cade Robert Andrew Miller, Agricultural Business. Blake Wood Gornick, Agricultural Business. Kyle Klon, Agricultural Business. Robert Douglas Peets, Agricultural Business. Zachary Colin Cole, Agricultural Business. Paolo Joseph Domenico, Agricultural Business, Farm and Ranch Management. Tessa Rose Tomlinson, Agricultural Business, minor in Fashion Merchandising. Joshua L. Ruiz, Agricultural Business. Clayton John William Walsh, Agricultural Business. Cody Ryan Toth, Agricultural Business. Paige Joy Miller, Agricultural Business. Robert W. Wiggins, Agricultural Business, Farm and Ranch Management. Desiree Lynn Spalding, Melding, Agricultural Business, Farm and Ranch Management. Emily Ann Eitmiller, Agricultural Business. Tristan J. Eve, Agricultural Business. Ashlyn Elise Brestel, Agricultural Business, Soil and Crop Science. Devin Elizabeth O'Shea, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Elizabeth Ann Williams, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Tana Janet Tennyson, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Robert Samuel Moshe, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Suzanne Wittenbrink, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Emma Grace Hatton, Agricultural Business, Farm and Ranch Management. Sophia Hofler Schonen, Agricultural Business. Stephen Michael East, Agricultural Business. Casey E. Fries, Agricultural Business. Gavin Lee LaGrange, Agricultural Business. Matthew Ryan Bennett, Agricultural Business. Sonia Dolores Miller Smith, Agricultural Sciences. And now for graduates from the Department of Horticulture and Landscape Architecture. Would Department Head Meng Mangu please come forward? Tanya R. Lemus, Horticulture, Controlled Environmental Horticulture, magna cum laude. Jessica L. McCool, Horticulture, Horticultural Business Management, cum laude. Shelby Lynn Waddle, Landscape Architecture, cum laude. Jamie Von Lemke, Environmental Horticulture, Landscape Design and Contracting, cum laude. Corey Simpson, Psychology and Horticulture, Horticulture Therapy, summa cum laude. Jeff Thompson, Environmental Horticulture, Landscape Design and Contracting. Christopher Miguel Ortiz, Environmental Horticulture, Landscape Design and Contracting. Joseph Hunter Rizzuto, Horticulture, Controlled Environment, Horticulture. Tyler James Reed, Horticulture, Controlled Environment, Horticulture.
Pronunciation.
Bjorn Thun Larson, Horticulture, Controlled Environment, Horticulture. Reese Hightower, Horticulture, Horticultural Business Management. Molly Ledbetter, Horticulture, Horticultural Business Management. Ainsley Gaiman, Environmental Horticulture, Nursery and Landscape Management. Andrew Heinrichs, Environmental Horticulture, Turf Management. Jason Michael Valentine, Horticulture, Horticultural Business Management. Jackson Rhodes, Horticulture, Horticultural Business Management. James Finnegan McCullough, Environmental Horticulture, Turf Management. Morgan McClarity, Horticulture, Horticultural Food Crops. Simon Django McDonald, Horticulture, Controlled Environment, Horticulture. Georgia Grace Conklin, Horticulture, Controlled Environment, Horticulture. Sienna Ray Tonini, Environmental Horticulture, Nursery and Landscape Management. Christopher David Powell Jr., Horticulture, Controlled Environment, Horticulture. Kaylin Hammett, Horticulture, Horticultural Food Crops. Eliza Emmons Polzer, Horticulture, Floriculture. Cody Ann Tulumka, Horticulture, Horticultural Business Management. Madison Shea Ellis, Horticulture, Horticultural Food Crops. Christine Mariah Hake, Horticulture, Horticultural Food Crops. Brittany Free Spencer, Horticulture, Horticultural Food Crops. Nicholas Janetto, Environmental Horticulture, Nursery and Landscape Management. Mallory Allison Brown, Environmental Horticulture, Nursery and Landscape Management. Demir Corinne Woods, Horticulture, Horticultural Business Management. Andrew Jacob Dunn, Horticulture, Horticultural Business Management. Jacob Donald Vickery, Horticulture, Horticultural Business Management. Skylar Audio Monette, Horticulture, Horticultural Science. Kaylee Ray Garcia, Horticulture, Controlled Environment, Horticulture. Tatiana Celeste Hall, Horticulture, Controlled Environment, Horticulture. Courtney Christine Dunbar, Environmental Horticulture, Nursery and Landscape Management. Nevea Omara Renee Herrera, Horticulture, Controlled Environment, Horticulture. John Lyle Loonley Jr., Horticulture, Controlled Environment, Horticulture. Noah Taft Burley, Horticulture, Horticultural Sciences. Dax Timothy Sousa, Environmental Horticulture, Landscape Design and Contracting. Christian Lee McFarland, Horticulture, Horticultural Business Management. Ryan Lawrence Fitzgerald, Horticulture, Horticultural Business Management. Emily A. Cummins, Horticulture, Horticultural Business Management. Megan Leslie Thomas, Horticulture, Horticultural Food Crops. Grace Alexandra Rose Hackley, Horticulture, Horticultural Food Crops. Emily Ann Clausen, Horticulture, Horticultural Food Crops. Parker Ray Cahill, Landscape Architecture. Natalie Marie Ann Leva, Landscape Architecture. Audrey DeGracia, Animal Architecture, Landscape Architecture. Chandler M. Williams, Landscape Architecture. Adam Sparks, Landscape Architecture. Sydney Nicole Roller, Landscape Architecture. Kristen Ann Leetsky, Landscape Architecture. William David Hinkle, Landscape Architecture. Grace Elizabeth Beatty, Landscape Architecture. Joshua Drew Petterly, Landscape Architecture. Cameron T. Zielhoff, Landscape Architecture. Catherine Lorraine Kaiser, Landscape Architecture. Janae Adams, Landscape Architecture. Megan E. McGregor, Landscape Architecture. Gabriella Claire Green, Landscape Architecture. Mustafa Y. Kareem, Landscape Architecture. Stephen Boyko, Horticulture, Controlled Environment, Horticulture. John Connor Simmelink, landscape architecture. Keanu Savan Kaibitoni, landscape architecture. And now for graduates from the Department of Soil and Crop Sciences. Would Department Head Chris Pierce please come forward? Michelle Renee Peterson, Soil and Crop Sciences, International Studies, magna cum laude. Oliver Hoffman, Soil and Crop Sciences, Geographic Information Science. Woo woo. Kylie Nicole Donovan, Soil and Crop Sciences, Agronomic Production Management. Samuel Lawrence Langer, Soil and Crop Sciences, Plant Biotechnology, Genetics and Breeding, minor in Plant Health. Christopher Cruz, Soil and Crop Sciences, Agronomic Production Management, minor in Entomology. Sean Nurse, Soil and Crop Sciences, Plant Biotechnology, Genetics and Breeding. Mackenzie Ray Maxwell, Soil and Crop Sciences, 8th best soil judger in the nation. Woo! Savannah Danielle Johnson, Soil and Crop Sciences, minor in Organic Agriculture.
Let's hear it for our 2023 graduates. Each year we recognize students for their outstanding leadership by giving them the Charles Shepardson Leadership Award. We have 2 recipients this year, both of whom will have the chance to speak at our commencement exercise. So please join me in welcoming your first student commencement speaker, Garrett Fong.
Thank you, Dean Pritchett. Graduates, loved ones, distinguished faculty members, it is an honor and privilege to be here today. I am so grateful to Colorado State University and the College of Agricultural Sciences for this privilege of speaking to you tonight. Even the seasons form a great circle, and they're changing and always come back to where they were. The life of a person is a circle, from childhood to childhood, and so it is that in everything where power moves. Black Elk of the Lakota tribe. This is the quote that came to me when I was asked to write a speech for commencement. In the midst of student teaching, coaching high school students in horse judging, ag mechanics, floriculture, and vet science, and driving countless hours between Fort Collins and my student teaching site in Colburn, Colorado, I've had a lot of time to think. And I've always came back to this one idea: the cycles of life. Cycles are circles where each point along is connected. There is no start, and at each point builds upon the next for eternity. If you think about it, a circle, we often use it to describe a situation where we've arrived back where we started and no progress has been made. But I ask you instead to think of cycles instead like wheels. Among our first inventions, it moves us forward by going in circles. These cycles of life are all around us, especially here in agriculture. A common question that I'm often asked when giving tours of our college or by loved ones is, what is your favorite part of agriculture? And I often think about this question. Is it getting to work with cattle? Is it getting to spend those cold Colorado winters surrounded by lush green plants in the greenhouse? Or is it arguing with my fellow Aggie ambassadors the proper way to pronounce Ammon? And I could never choose just one, so my answer every time was, I love the interconnectivity within agriculture that creates a sustainable future. And this is no lie, and I will explain further. We start with the soil, the foundation of life. From soil sprouts new life, and with the crops we grow, some go to feed our animals, and some feed us. And then there is us, the stewards of the land, caretakers of plants and animals we produce. And if we stand in that gap, we complete the circle by restoring our soils and completing that beautiful cycle that is agriculture. Our world runs on cycles. They help us not only survive, but thrive. As they continue, they are self-sustaining and continue to push us further. Not simply the ones I just described, or the water or carbon cycles that we learned early on in our life and our college experience, but our own stories as well. In fact, together here at Colorado State University, we have been in a cycle our entire time. The College of Agricultural Science has coined this term, the continuum of care. It is something mentioned during our orientations, and which I heard multiple times for many summers as a member of the student success team. This cycle begins with connection. This is the first time we each came in contact with Colorado State University. We could have been raised with the green and gold from a young age, or taken a last-minute tour of campus that led us to attend our orientation. All of our stories may be different, but we all started the cycle at the same place. Next is community. This is where those connections deepen. When students from around the world come to Fort Collins, and where Rams take care of Rams. From those early days chatting with new incoming students, trying to find your first roommate, to clubs and orgs that we dedicate our time to the weekends spent at sporting events cheering on the Rams. It was our community as Rams that got us through a worldwide pandemic. Next comes advising and learning. This is the real reason that we all came to college, right? A chance to learn from experts in their field, or sit through really, really, really bad dad jokes. To gain new knowledge on our chosen path from our instructors and our peers. And to run to our advisors with problems or the random thoughts we get in the night to change our major like 17 times. This is all part of the cycle, and it is paired with the next one, experiences, where we take the knowledge we gain from the classrooms and our clubs and orgs and apply it to the real world. These experiences have taken us around the state, country, and even around the world. As we allow ourselves to embrace the unknown and get our hands dirty, as agriculture students do. The final step of this cycle is what happens today, when we cross this stage and move into our future careers. The first loop of the cycle has come to a close. And as we continue through the cycles of life, remember that oftentimes, when it seems like we're going in reverse, we may be just taking the long way round to move forward. For all of you, I don't know where the next pass of the CSU cycle will take you. For some, it may be returning tomorrow to further your education. For some, it might be at the Rocky Mountain Showdown this next season. And for some of us, it may be when we flood campus with our FFA students at state convention, during state competitions. And for even some, it may be when we bring our own children, who we've raised in their alfalfa green and pumpkin orange, to their move-in day, to those same, but hopefully newer dorm rooms, to start their journeys along the CSU cycle. All I can say is that all roads will lead us back to Fort Collins. Here at the end of my cycle, I would like to thank my parents. Thank you for always being there for me, for pushing me to achieve great things, and for supporting me through this crazy ride I have taken you all into the world of agriculture. Grandma and Ninin, thank you for the support and love you have given me and continue to give. Grandpa and Yeye, I miss you both. I pinch myself every morning just to make sure I wasn't dreaming. Ryan and Aaron, you have always been there for a laugh or a good time, and I know you will both do amazing things. To my friends, the Student Success Team, staff, and faculty, thank you for making Fort Collins and the state of Colorado feel like home. And to Ruth Shepperton and my students at Plateau Valley High School, who I have named here on my tie, thank you for opening your school and your homes and letting me make mistakes and learn to become the best ag teacher I can be. Class of 2023, I wish you the best of luck in your next step of the CSU cycle. And tonight of all nights, I am so proud to be a CSU Ram. Thank you.
Garrett, thank you for those words and for reminding us about cycles and the deep personal connections that help us to connect those cycles. Our second commencement speaker is Leah McGill. Leah is graduating with a major in agricultural biology, our new major, one of the very first graduates of that major. She's an active member of many student clubs as well as the CSU marching band. Leah, would you please join me at the podium?
Thank you for the introduction. P-A-H. Both of your pointer fingers at the edge of your mouth, then turn them out and away from you. At the same time, with your mouth, go P or P-A-H. I will demonstrate. P. In American Sign Language, this sign is slang for finally. Or as Lizzo says, about dang time. I am so very honored to be here and to finally celebrate all of your great successes. When I first learned I'd be speaking tonight, I immediately saw inspiration from the graduation speech from the third Twilight movie. In trying to connect that movie to any part of my experiences, I kept coming back to the same significance of collaboration. In a way, Twilight is about the collaboration of unlikely parties: vampires, werewolves, and teen girls. My time at CSU and my time in the College of Ag has shared a similar thread of collaboration. Tonight, as I wear my marching band shoes, I am reminded of my favorite type of collaboration: hundreds of people making shapes on a field. I urge you to take pride in what you do and to do something you feel pride in, as I will always want to be known as a marching band kid. A year ago, I attended the CSU drag show with my friend Dylan. I learned that Dylan, a civil engineering student, knew how to fold dollar bills into paper airplanes. Dylan learned that if he kept folding these planes, I would keep giving him my money. We then enjoyed trying to fly our planes onto the stage and to the performers. Have fun with what you do. This summer, I got to do a rooftop gardening internship at CSU Spur in Denver, I learned that a gardening internship also means collaboration between construction, engineering, education, landscaping, and community groups. While I did think I would be hanging out with plants, I never thought I would need to know the best way to cut a drip irrigation tube so that it is not so long that it is sticking out of the ground, but also not too short in which it cannot be sealed off and it gushes water. I have had several car rides home from Denver to Fort Collins in wet pants. Learn from what you do. As we all know, there are times when collaboration sometimes isn't the easiest. We'd rather work by ourselves, or maybe it's easier to not consider the perspective of others, but that's not what we do here. We work together, we thrive together, we communicate, and we solve problems. In ag, we work so that people are fed and so that people can prosper for generations to come. We work so that people have equal opportunity for resources and that people can experience environmental justice. As you go on to collaborate through the rest of your life, because you inevitably will make contact with other people, I urge you to take pride in what you do, to have fun with what you do, and to learn from what you do. Most importantly, I urge you to take care of yourself because you are number one. Thank you to my Ag Bio cohort for learning with me and having fun with me. Thank you to my family and to those who have supported me. Thank you, CSU. As my last request as an undergraduate, I would so greatly appreciate if you repeated a Go Rams after me. Ready? Go Rams! Go Rams! Thank you. I am proud of you. Good night.
Wow. Look around, y'all. This is amazing. Thank you to Garrett and Leah for those thoughtful and inspiring remarks for your fellow graduates. And good evening, y'all. President Parsons, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people around here. Let's try that again. Good evening, y'all. Good evening, y'all. There you all are. My name is Matt Camper. I prefer he, him pronouns, and I am high-key excited to be here with y'all tonight. I serve as the Assistant Dean of Teaching, Practice, and Academic Programs. Now, we got to do a little math. President Parsons said a while ago she stood right here, sat right in front of you, and then came across. For me, if we really want to do the math, that equals 8,030 days ago. I sat where you sit now and walked across this same stage. What hasn't changed in those 8,030 days is how proud I am to be a CSU Ram. And as I stand before you, I've been reflecting on the fact that all of you have a different path and future ahead. But whether you stay in Fort Collins or travel to the far ends of the world, you all have one important thing in common with each other and with more than 250,000 others who have come before you. You are all alumni of Colorado State. In doing so, you join poets and scientists, teachers and engineers, food producers, care providers, entrepreneurs, and a myriad of others who have walked across this stage. And with that said, please always remember that no matter where your personal and professional journey takes you, the College of Agricultural Sciences, your former instructors, and the Alumni Association will be here for you every step of the way. Based on my experience, I promise you that the pride, excitement, and nervousness you're feeling right now will provide fuel for the road ahead. Eventually, those feelings will change, they'll deepen, they'll mix with memories and turn into nostalgia. As that happens, remember that this special place will always be your home. Like those amazing rows of American elms on the Oval, you are rooted here. And there's one more rite of passage as part of this special day. This is the time where you take those tassels and you move them from the right side over to the left side. I am so excited to be the first to welcome you to the alumni family. Congratulations on a job well done. Now, go ahead, that's all right, share it up. This is an important day. Now, while today is important for all of you, there's a final group of people we wish to acknowledge. At this time, I would like to ask that all of the family and friends joining us today, please stand if you're able. Folks, this group of graduates that you see down here worked hard to succeed because you showed them what hard work and success look like. They had motivation because you were always there building them up. They took advantage of new and diverse opportunities because you gave them the confidence to do so. Graduates, these wonderful people standing around you right now helped you with homework, made you food that you liked, or even if you didn't, I bet they still made you try it. They hugged you into feeling better, they inspired you on your own career path and passions, and really probably helped you just to all be better people. And now, let me back up. These folks here for you today are, for a lack of a better word, awesome. And now, through your applause and cheering and cowbells and air horns, which you weren't supposed to have, but you do, is the time to tell them so. With my thanks, you may all be seated. Thank you so much. As we draw to a close, I would like to thank members of the Platform Party, staff in the college, our Ag Council and Ag Ambassador representatives, and all others who helped arrange this commencement ceremony. A special thanks to Kenna Bridges and Kylie Moselle for providing the sign language interpretations, Dr. Swellen Meltzer for reading the names, and the Colorado State University Wing Walker Honor Guard for presenting the colors, and the Colorado State Brass Quintet and Michaela Fitzpatrick for leading us in singing. Though I'll only, please. At this time, I would like to ask everyone to please rise once again and join in the singing of the Colorado State Alma Mater. The words will be displayed on the screens, and they're also available in the digital commencement program. Thank you all so much. Please be seated. Y'all, we're getting close, I promise. Graduates, you've been part of a special event. It is your university graduation, an event you will remember always. We are proud to have played a part in your lives, but we are most excited about what you will do and who you will become in the future. In just a few minutes, you will rise and leave this venue as alumni of Colorado State University and the College of Agricultural Sciences. In doing so, we humbly ask that as you take those first steps towards whatever lies ahead, that you reflect on and hold tightly to the principles of community that are at the core of this great university. I ask that the audience please remain seated while the platform party, faculty, and graduates recess. Family and friends can meet graduates outside of the arena immediately following the ceremony. Thank you for being with us, and in the same manner as I have concluded class every single day that I have taught at CSU, I ask that you be safe, you take care of each other, to pay it forward where you can. Now go be Rams.